Let's begin. So welcome to the show, Eat with the Owner.
Mm.
And your name is Charles, right?
Yeah, I'm Charles. I'm Charles Cao. Actually, I'm founder of Nebula AI, and also we have other projects like the first one, like MBFS data. And we soon also have a branch in China now.
Okay, branch in China.
Yeah.
How to say your last name? You Charles CAO. How to say? How do you introduce your name?
Well, it depends, right? You know, like in most cases in Canada or Quebec, people prefer to call me Cao. But while I'm in, I don't know. Like now I'm getting used to like.
Or you put it like CZ. Do you know CZ?
Oh yeah. I met him about 1 month ago in Paris. I met him.
Did you talk?
Yeah. We are in dinner together and talk about how to run business and how to.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, actually, he graduated from McGill University, just cross street of our office.
And he's Chinese and he's Canadian citizen. Okay. You have the same, right? You get citizenship already?
Yeah, he's just Canadian citizen. I don't know what's his citizenship. Maybe he gets some place in, I don't know, there's so many countries. Maybe we have 5 passports, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of passports. Okay. Actually, I forgot the menu. Do you want to know how to bring the menu? Okay,
thank you.
Give me 1 second. I always thought I forgot something, so I forgot the menu.
Yeah, that's a major part.
So we order now.
Do you have some new dishes designed after COVID-19?
No, it's we get less items on the menu.
Okay.
It's not easy to run the same menu.
Did people change taste after COVID-19?
They lost the sense of smell, whatever. Too salty or too sweet. Do you want to eat a lot?
Not really.
I'm losing weight right now. In the last few days, I lost several pounds.
Me too. I gained 10 kilograms during the COVID. Now the time to try to reduce something, It's so painful,
Yeah.
You spend so much money to getting weight, and you spend even more to lose weight.
Yeah, to lose weight. It's more difficult to lose weight.
Yeah. So what is the most favorite dishes that people choose?
Actually, for Chinese customers, the 尖椒肥肠 is good. Stir fry pork intestine. Do you like?
I remember last time when I was here.
Yeah, that one is good.
Almost 5 years ago. Yeah. 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yes.
How about the spicy diced chicken? Spicy diced chicken?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, we
have some soup.
Soup is not good here, I guess.
Really?
It's a hot sour soup for like.
Okay.
We don't have the Chinese soup. So.
Okay, then let's have a beer.
Yeah, we got 2 beer, I guess.
Okay.
And how about we can have some green beans, dry fried green beans.
Because that's something like I want to order.
Yeah. You want 1 more or like?
I think that's good enough. What do you think?
Yeah, it's late. Should be good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me write down this. Do you want 1 beer or 2 yourself?
Yeah, 1 beer is good.
1 beer.
I'm drinking too much coffee today.
What else? Okay, it's green beans and 2 rice, right? You want rice as well, right?
I don't need rice, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't eat rice either.
Let's cover.
Okay. It's gonna be really fast.小姨，这有多少？
那9个人的狗。
Okay. So we can drink like this directly.
Drink it first. This is really like a residence there. Drink
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome. Cheers.
Yeah. Long time no see.
Long time.
About 2 years?
Yeah. Before the pandemic, you came here with your, I guess, there, right?
Yeah. That's the launching of a last product. Now we have new product.
Actually, what's I know the Nebula AI, right?
Yeah.
What is the current fire something?
Well, first one. That's another project. They are,
Fire Swan.
yeah. First one. So Nebula AI is aiming at doing AI computing, deep learning. So decentralized AI computing. But the first one is aiming at provide storage and cross-chain structures. What does that mean? So, like we're working on converting the crypto mining rigs to AI computing power in the past 30 years. Then I realized that there are hardware limits, which means that the mining rigs are not really good for computing. So they're not so strong. I mean, they have strong GPUs. That's the most needed. But when you're doing AI, it's not just the GPUs. You also need the CPU, memory, HDDs, storage, those things. Then I realized that if you want to achieve the goal in the future, I don't know when it will come. Maybe it'll still take another 3 to 5 years. You need to get all those things before it's ready. So which means you need storage. You need the bandwidth.
But it's like decentralized. It's like
exactly
all the nodes they share the.
Yeah. So you need data centers. You need a high bandwidth transfer. Personal computing is not so good for deep learning or other big computing. So when we realize it's a really big one. So that's why, like 2 years ago, we started thinking about solve storage first. Because storage is relatively easier to solve than computing, because you need decryption data. But storage, you can keep the storage encrypted on the disk and it's still safe. So that's why we go to start from there. Another thing we think that I don't think I'm smart enough to building everything by myself. So I'm after 5 years struggling to figure out everything by ourselves. The thing is that we should.
How many years you've been doing this already? Like
5 years. It's already 5 years in this industry.
Before my but you started before I started restaurant, right?
Almost the same time. Time. So I realized that there are all the talented people other than us, right? So what is the best way to leverage your knowledge and your capability? It's easy. Building on top of others. Take their knowledges and building your product. So that's why we're building a second product for first one. Basically, it's a cross-chain style.
Cross-chain.
We're using multi-chain. Instead of create everything by ourselves, we take the best part of each blockchain and then building a bridge. Then we can using Filecoin storage, Akash computing, maybe Nebula AI's deep learning, and all other solutions together. What we need to do is building a market to exchange resources. That sounds much more easier to make it implemented. Instead of like I'm the best person in the world and I build everything, this approach is much more realistic. So that's why we started, and it's going well.
Great. Actually, we met almost 10 years ago, right? More than 10
years ago. We're doing in the IT club, right?
We had an IT club.
First crab.
Yeah, first crab.
Yeah. Then we're doing the IT club together. We have, I think, lots of people here in Montreal. They found getting jobs and learning IT technology from us, right?
For this
lectures every week.
Yeah, for this video, like we want to share the stories of like individual story. Like I met you about 10 years ago. Like you're really impressive person, and
I know nothing about it.
But I want to know your story. Like tell people your story. Like you are several years younger than me, so you came here like
12 years ago.
12 years. So like I came earlier, right?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I remember like you had that kind of crazy experience, like with
2 times rejected by the immigrant bureau.
Okay.
And make a claim paper based, then get rejected during the interview, and I tell the interviewer
and when you landed here, you work in IT all the time, right? But before your major in the university was not IT, right? It was biotech thing.
Yeah. I have
that's why you're so
biomedical engineering in Shanghai, the university.
That's a big university. It's a famous Fudan University.
Yeah, I was graduated from there. Then I was go to the Shanghai astronaut company.
Okay.
It's aerospace company. Then,
but it's not related though, because you.
They have some kind of relatives. They're also using electrical equipment, so that's something.
But where did you learn coding? But you at the first job here, you were a QA tester or like.
Well, I was. I know some coding. Because in university,
you always learn
C programming course, even though
C language,
even though like I didn't make a high score there, but I know something. Not write much. So the first job I get here is more like IT admin job.
Okay.
Then I take a master's degree in Concordia, electrical engineering.
Okay.
So after graduated, get a job in. Actually, I did get an internship in SAP. So doing the QA testing.
Okay.
Then after that, I get another job, official job. Graduate, it's get auditing in Autodesk.
Yeah, CAD, right?
Not
CAD.
Medium team.
Okay.
So it's cloud computing team. Autodesk cloud computing. At that time, I started thinking about cloud is amazing. We need to go to. I still remember at that time we have a session talking about what is cloud, right?
Yeah. You at the beginning, like for our club, you had a lot of like what is
lectures
that? Seminar lectures about
we're talking about that. There was session about cloud. Yes, that was time. Then I went to after 2 years working there, I wanted to get a promotion.
Okay.
Then they rejected me, so I got to Expedia. I get what I want, Then after Expedia, 10 months after access to Expedia, I did.
By Expedia, what's your job there? Like doing testing? Still testing, like?
Yeah, it's more like a testing and the system integration. So it's like performance integration, fine tuning, help of the different dev teams.
Okay.
Increase the work and.
But that time, were you doing any coding or the automation?
Not much, honestly. It's like more like integration work, DevOps integration work. But they were using private cloud at the moment.
Okay.
Private is a lot of private, and finally we found that they also go to public cloud. So I don't know what they are using now, but at that time that's what used to be very interesting. So, but what you learn there is that even though you're doing a fantastic job, but if it's not your boss want, you won't be appreciated.
Okay.
And also, if you have innovative ideas, it's very likely they tell you that you're wasting time. We don't need this. So then I decided, like, okay, come on, we need creating something we like. It's not creating something our boss like. I hope my employees don't think so. I hope my employee aligned with me. We have a similar goal.
That's the thing. The best thing I've been knowing you for lot of 10 years, like from the IT club thing we started. But the best quality of you have the best quality is the ambition. I really like you don't see so many people have the strong ambition and then you put like in action. You do it right away. Like just do it, like Nike. Just do it.
And I hate people telling me that Charles, this is impossible. You still remember like
that's a leaning, nothing is possible, right?
Exactly. And I think we have another website called Impossible Lab, right?
Yeah,
that's
Possible Lab.
Right?
Possible
Lab. Everything is possible.
Yeah,
we have something in common. We believe everything is possible.
That website, I tried to do some lab thing, but nothing. If you don't put energy.
Too much energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much energy.
So I gave up easily. So all those things I just simply easily give up. I just had the idea, then too difficult.
I don't think that's a give up. It's you just try it. As an entrepreneur, what's the best thing you need to do is fast try, fast fail. You think that's not suitable?
I can never do that. I'm very I don't know. That's why I really appreciate like the quality you have is ambitious and then quick action, and you kind of is risk taking.
I don't know how many times I failed. It's just nobody knows. Even you myself, I don't know how many times. In the beginning of the corporate.
Some people are warriors, fighters. That's the thing. The people, they don't want to take risks. A lot of people, they say they have a stable job. They don't want to offend other people or like too ambitious. Like people saying, "Oh, this guy is too ambitious," right? It's.
Who is the first person tell me that you're too ambitious?
不用米饭，不用米。
Who is the first person tell me that you are too ambitious?
Who?
When I was doing internship in SAP,
okay.
My mentor said, Charles, one day we'll have to take a risk.
Yeah.
Take a rest in the cafeteria. He said, Charles, you look unhappy all the time. I said, yeah, I'm not happy. He said, you know why? I don't know. Can you tell me? I said, because you're too ambitious. That's why you're never satisfied.
Yeah,
that's
a good thing. Ambitious is a good thing. It's like Elon Musk. He's never, he always push people around. Always push, like all the projects has to be to go all the way extreme. It's not.
True.
Yeah.
Ambitious is good, but what after ambitious is that you need to have capability.
Yeah.
Ambitious is not enough.
Yeah,
it's good to have ambitious, but if you only have ambitious but you don't have capability, and where to get the capability?
Yeah.
Learning.
But that's very, very interesting. You learn so fast. I guess because like you were not doing coding at the beginning. Even like your major in the university, nothing to do with this information.
You know what's the secret in learning fast?
Yeah.
You tell people you can do it. Actually, you cannot. And then don't want it yourself. It looks embarrassing. You have no choice.
I'm very conservative. I try to. That's why I'm not good at technology.
Yeah, it's interesting. The first time when I started a company, I don't really know what should I do. I say I want to create the best company, most innovative company in the world, but I don't know what should I do.
Actually, it's a good choice to not having rice, so we can eat a little bit more.
So you don't like a guest who chooses rice?
Because this is the only time we shoot the video this late.
Okay. The busy day?
Yeah, because like we're short on staff. I have to. That's why I chose Charles. We do 8 o'clock. Because I know after 8 we're not busy anymore, so they don't need me.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is only the only time slot I have.
Yeah, exactly. So
I have to go to rally, the Skull Arena next week.
Yeah.
Too much things.
You crazy. Back to how do you like you say like you don't know how to do it, but you tell people you know how to do it. Like that's how you.
That's a good approach and strategy.
But when you go to the you show up in the company, they ask you to do things you don't know how to you're gonna pass.
Then you don't sleep. Just like you, right? We just start doing this business. Do you know how hard it will be? I don't think you know that how hard it is going to be. Right? But you decided.
Yeah. So we get For me, it's 8.5 years already for the restaurant business. It's crazy. Man. It's crazy. I should have quit long time ago. I should have quit a long time ago.
I don't know. No. When COVID-19 starts, like our company, we think it's a big disaster. So we have everything planned before the Christmas for the next year. Then when next year starts, everything changes. Corona is coming. We have no choice and reduce employees. Our office dropped from 30% to only 5%. And even those 5%, we tell them we can only pay you 75% of your salary. We have no choice.
Because you have less income?
No income. COVID-19, who is going to buy your product, right? You don't know. One day when you wake up, the March 12th, let's remember the day. The Bitcoin price was dropping to $3,000, and the US stock dropped like this. I remember we are done.
Yeah.
That's like a World War II.
This.
Using hand?
Yeah. Because it's like a snack.
Oh,
to me, this one is like it's too dry. It's always like a snack.
That's the first time I tried this. Yeah. Really good. It's really amazing that you continue working on it. I know that it's not easy for you as well. We know
This is the only thing I don't give up. Other things I give up easily, but the restaurant business, because it's the livelihood of the whole company, whole family. You know, if you let the business go really bad, and you lose almost everything. So it's like, because you just cannot lose it. So you try your best.
you know that what is worse, is that you have choices. If you have a choice, actually, you can go in worse.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that.
Yeah.
If you have choice, you always probably yeah.
How many times when I was in difficult situation, I'm thinking, how about if I'm just an employee? I will be so happy, right? I don't need to wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. for the China vendor in China, and server broken. Like everybody went to sleep. I need to open the eyes, stare at the monitor to see how it works, right? Just like I say that I'm not doing those stuff, and I have to be working as a DevOps, IT during the pandemic. We don't have enough people, only 5 people, and we still manage thousands of machines.
But after I guess April, May, or several months after, like the IT, like that kind of business getting back better than before, right? I guess.
Yeah. Because we are doing the cloud computing. People found that they cannot go out or door. They rely everything on the computing network. And there are more and more people start hosting.
Yeah.
Need hosting servers and everything in the data center. And then we have the technology to modeling and hosting services. Even though we only have 1 rack of server in the beginning. But now what we have is 500 racks of servers. Thousands of servers because of the same technology.
Yeah. I actually, at the beginning, a lot of company panicked. I was laid off at the end of April. Yeah, I was laid off end of April.
This become your full-time job.
Yeah. So I had no choice. All the changes like happened on me. I was forced. I did not choose to quit the job and then be a full-time restaurant owner. But then I was, because they laid me off, so I had no choice. But because I was the network administrator or the network engineer, when everybody goes home, like work from home, I have no value, because as long as the internet is working and the VPA is working, so they don't need me. So
that's something you never think about it before, right? Before the pandemic.
Yeah, this pandemic changed everything. Like I had a stable job actually. It was.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was not too busy.
Well paid.
Yeah, good pay, and then not so busy. That's why the pandemic.
I don't even know that you lost your job during that time.
End of April 2020.
That's really hard. At that time, you lost the job.
Yeah.
And the restaurant had no gas.
Yeah, the restaurant was really bad, and we had en route one. We closed way before the pandemic, and we tried to give away. Nobody even take it for free.
Yeah. I heard about that.
No. That time was the worst. The whole family gonna bankrupt.
That's true.
But fortunately, end of July 2020, two owners, they took over the restaurant in en route, and we paid them extra money for them to take over. Several months of rent.
We closed our China branch in March. When pandemic comes, I come back to home and I call my branch, like CEO in charge in China. I'm sorry, but we have to close now because I know that it's going to be no income. So we closed branch, but we reopened China branch last year.
But is that like they saying the China does not like the mining thing, right?
We don't do mining in China.
But it's still crypto. They don't like crypto.
We don't do crypto in China. We do have performance computing, algorithm design. So they're doing the algorithm, improve the GPU consumptions, and high efficiency and scheduling services. So we are doing all that. We don't sell anything to China. We only buy.
So they only do the ID.
They're only doing the design, coding, and we pay salary there. We buy product from China. We never sell to China.
So it's actually you are create jobs.
We are creating jobs to generate the export, and then we bring the import value to Canada, and then we export to US. we have no Canadian customers. All our customers in the US. I'm very lucky that we both survived.
Yeah, it's crazy. But our business, it's traditional business, so it's kind of not like you live on the edge.
You never know. Just like 2 years ago, I never know that one day I will get my business blooming, right? Can be recovered from 5% to 50 again. I never imagined it can be done in 1.5 years.
For the IT company, if you have 50 employees, that's a big company, I guess.
It depends if in China it's just small.
Yeah, you are the only few CEOs I know now. CEO and the founder.
Yeah. We are opening new office in Toronto. It should be done next month.
Do you still have the office in the Peel?
Yeah, it's there at the Sherbrooke.
Sherbrooke there.
But probably we won't have the same office next year. We may change another office. Will be much smaller.
Yeah.
Because we have less employees in Quebec. We only have about 15 employees in Quebec, and we have more employees in Toronto and Asia.
Okay. But right now you don't need the office. Everybody works from home, right? It's a lot of people work from home. You have the web collaboration.
We still have lots of people working on site because we have employees working in the data centers to help manage the servers. But yeah, we don't need the office in data centers. And also, personally, for me, I'm traveling a lot. I spend about 50% of the time traveling, so you cannot really see me.
That's crazy. You travel everywhere.
Yeah, I will be in 7 cities early this year, and my plan will be in Singapore, Seoul in Korea, Sydney, Lisbon, Miami.
You still have the house there?
Yeah, so that's still the same place. It's a good place, I think, and it's especially good during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's kind of a beautiful place.
And because that's have less population there, less chance to get infected by COVID.
All those kind of remote areas, the value go up a lot, right?
I don't care about values. I think that's my wife's job.
Yeah.
I only care about my company value.
But she's very supportive. It's risky. I think it's very risky.
She has no choice. Did you think about your wife support you because she has no choice? That's the thing, right? She complains, but what she have to. This is a business. We throw all our energy, right? Just like you, it's the best time of your life you already spent there. The best 10 years, right?
For me, it's easy. I just cut more vegetables. Now I'm learning, during the pandemic, for 2 years, because we have short of staff. I try to cook the basic stuff like the fried rice, easy fried rice, and the genital chicken, easy ones. This one, all the 3 I cannot cook, but I can make genital chicken. It's just very easy, the simple ones.
Local taste.
Yeah. No, it's very simple. Hotel type. The fried rice, yonder fried rice. I cook. It's you cannot mess up. Yeah. So I did a lot of cooking as well.
This is also another I learned.
Yeah.
Sometimes customers don't like complicated stuff.
Yeah.
There's something simple, straightforward, and fit their needs. Especially when the market is going down. Like now, We are in a bear market.
Oh yeah, the crypto market is crazy. Will affect your confidence in your business, right?
It's okay for us because we are doing infrastructure design.
Okay.
So our business, our income is really diversity. It's a lot of really remain.
But I heard, I was guessing, sometimes the company like you're doing the blockchain, whatever, but then sometimes you guys pay the employees with cryptocurrency as well, or the
We only pay fiat money.
really.
We only pay Canadian dollar. We don't pay fiat money. The reason we don't pay them crypto is we don't want them feel job is safe or feel their family is not unsafe because the change of price of currency.
Yeah.
We do pay them, or can I even say pay them?
Yeah.
Give them those some crypto, but that is as bonus. So if company is really running well this year, and then we are doing crypto business, and crypto value is increasing, so we give them cryptocurrencies as a bonus. But we are changing it now because I found out that some employees get the currencies and they don't sell it. Then when value down, the CRA will consider is that you still like income in high value, and they give you tax next year, even you lose money. So that's not good. So we are changing the policies this year. With bonus, we also give them fiat money, or something like fiat money is Canadian dollar.
Oh, fiat.
Fiat money, FIAT, fiat money.
Okay.
Which means the legal currency in every country. So in Canada we pay Canadian dollar, US we pay US dollar, in China we pay Chinese yen. So only the legal currencies. We don't pay them those cryptos anymore. Just to reduce the work.
But 10 years ago, like when we first met with the IT club, we were having the Bitcoin that time. If we bought a lot of Bitcoin, we don't have to do anything. We missed the biggest chance ever. That time was $20, I guess, for Bitcoin.
$300.
No, that time the
$300 when Yanlei was telling us.
Yeah. That's $300 already. I thought.
That's right. It's already it's just the top fund peak.
Okay.
So that was the time.
Yanlei was a big promoter.
Yeah, he's a believer. We are not at the moment.
Yeah, I never believe. Even today.
So that's that. So.
But I think it's like because that time I always tell they consume a lot of energy for almost nothing. It's just competing with the hashing computing thing, like competing with more energy and more energy, like almost nothing. But then, and the people gamble, like they always like bet on the rise, so it's not the fluctuated too much. It's not a currency, So I always said that. But
I don't believe Bitcoin is a currency.
Yeah.
For me, Bitcoin is more like diamond or something.
Yeah, gold, right?
I think
digital gold.
Digital gold is it was digital gold, but it's more like a diamond. For example, if you have one Bitcoin, you probably will hold it for a long time because you think it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
And you're not sure if you sell it will become more expensive or less, right? So basically, you hold it. I have one Bitcoin. I have been holding it for 4 years. And I'm not sure that sell it or not sell it. For me, it's like a diamond. It's not a gold.
Yeah.
And gold is different. Every year there's a new gold mine is founded. So the volume actually is increasing.
Yeah.
But there's no new Bitcoins founded. The total amount of Bitcoin is 21 million, right? So which means it's not a gold. It's just something like a diamond. Each time with one Bitcoin is mined, there was one less remaining in the world. That's why I said Bitcoin is good, but be careful. That is another currency for sure.
Yeah, we lost the chance. Otherwise, I won't be running a restaurant.
Maybe not. You still need one. Because it's really simple. Because you don't believe it, right? So, if it becomes 10 times more valuable, you will sell it for sure.
Yeah.
Not even 10 times, maybe 5 times you will sell it. So what do you need to do next?
Exactly. Yeah.
Open another restaurant. No. Because restaurants you believe in, you still can continue to do that. That's the reason. Another reason, if everybody doing that, Bitcoin won't have high value. because most people don't believe that at that moment that's cheap.
Yeah, nobody. It's really, but it's even today. They consume a lot of energy. Like
Even more.
Yeah.
Like recently, like Texas,
Yeah.
they shut down the miners.
Yeah.
Because there's too much power consumption. They have been shut down about for last week.
But it's I don't know this decentralized decentralized financing thing. But sometimes you have to trust the central government, central bank. But if you don't trust them, it's like anarchy. Like
You know, for example, there was what is happening in China. Henan province,
Yeah.
40 million
yeah,
Chinese yuan.
yeah, no, yeah, the bank closed. Bank has issues.
We don't even know what's happening to the bank. The deposit disappeared, and also like the Sri Lanka government bankrupt. How about your deposit in Sri Lanka bank?
But still, the chance that happening is not that big, actually.
Well, it depends. So the difference is between digital wallet and the central bank is your money in bank is just a number.
Yeah.
But the Bitcoin in your wallet, it is there. You can take it to anywhere without the bank.
But you may forget your password. Somebody can steal your password.
First of all, you shouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
Secondary, to keep your password secret is your job, right? If you don't have those skills, yes, don't keep it. You don't have skills, right? Just like if you don't have capability to control a car, don't drive a car, take the bus.
Yeah, but the car is a car, but you have all your savings on the.
Don't put all your savings in Bitcoin.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, we have some investment in Bitcoin, but I want to put them. I want to like remortgage my house to buy Bitcoin. That's crazy. Don't do that. When you buy a Bitcoin or some cryptocurrency, just think about that. You lose it. It doesn't exist. It's something like you put it like a what is it? High risk investment.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about that. You are not doing something like savings. It's not savings. This is investment.
Yeah.
You have a chance to get 10 times. You have a chance to get 0.
Also, another restriction for the more adaptation of this cryptocurrency is like the tax code, because you have to report to the government. That's the tax is the big thing.
It's okay. Last year, our employees they get some income. Not really. Yeah, it is income in tax wise. We give them the bonus in Filecoin.
Yeah.
And so we gave them on the T4.
Yeah.
Pretty other T4. Yeah, this is CRA law. CRA already have tax law. You just follow it. When you give to them, they will fair market value. The close date of the price is the value given them.
Okay.
And you need to report it in the CRA.
Okay.
Yeah, and at the end of the year, you will see that on the balance sheet, there was one place says that this is the income. Yeah, so there's nothing hiding there. Yeah. It's already officially considered as income in Canadian tax law. If you don't report that,
that's a problem.
That's just like you sell something and didn't report. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
You get $100 or $1,000 when you're doing some private course, and you earn $10,000 and you didn't report. It's the same thing. Consider as the income. Actually, a lot of people don't know that.
But when you, for example, if you sell with some cryptocurrency, and then the day you sell, and a different day, the different value, different income for your company, that's crazy for accounting.
It's okay. It's actually not so complicated. We just need to record the day of the price, and the accountant will do that.
Yeah, that's like 365 days of extra work. Every day you have.
No. If you're doing that, if you are a company, have foreign currency business, the same like US dollar. Can you tell me what's the price yesterday and today? It's the same.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's nothing different. How about the US dollar exchange rate? It changes 24 hours. It never stops, right?
So they took but you still as this every day you have to do every day, right?
Each time we do transaction, it records that time.
Yeah.
That's the same as, so it's exact same
Problem.
as exchange, like the other currency exchanges. The same thing. Nothing special.
That's why for our small business we don't touch any foreign currency.
True, you use credit card. I don't care who you come from. Swipe your credit card. That's why they
Always
have
Canadian.
something called corporate credit card now. You can get a credit card in some exchanges. They give you a credit card. You swipe here, and you pay Canadian dollars. And they will deduct the corporate currency from your exchange account, like a Binance. Binance have their own credit card.
You can finish the beer. We can get some sake. You want to drink some sake? We
We're
have.
finished?
Yeah, I think. You don't drive, right? Do you drive?
I don't drive if I go to downtown.
Yeah, okay.
It's crazy to drive to downtown.
Yeah, we'll bring some sake. We can drink more. We can drink a little bit more. Yeah.
It's a really nice conversation with you after 2 years.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I bring some sake, okay? no 朋友喝点这个清酒。I have this big bottle of sake. Okay. Drink as much as we can. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
So
it's not easy to do business in Quebec, right?
no, we have French language law, language police.
It affect you? I think it's fine for you.
One time, but it's in Codinage, we got a warning in Codinage.
That was several years ago.
Yes, but here, I don't know, when they have more people working in the language office, probably they will find you saying, you are breaking here, breaking there, you are violating some rules.
I think we won't, because we will never have more than 25 employees in Quebec.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the. It's always good to think about, remember all the good days.
Yeah.
You know, when I was not so fat at the moment. Still remember like 10 years ago when we met? There on the street. Newman House, right?
So yeah, Northman. Yeah, Northman.
That's a good place.
That's why I said you're gonna. I guess I told you right away. You're gonna be succeed anyway, right?
Also, people was telling me like that, and I don't know why.
Because you ambitious and you really act. You know, people sometimes.
Actions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I just.
It's a good thing, you know.
I just hate people tell me that you cannot. Right.
Let's put this away.
When I was doing QA job, people tell me that you cannot make over $100,000 with a QA as a QA. No, we can.
Yeah.
And I tried it. It's working.
But at the beginning, like I remember you doing the
For the delivery apps, right?
Oh yeah, and also you're doing the training for the QA testing, right?
The reason is simple. I don't have money. Yeah.
Okay.
In the beginning, we're doing the for the delivery because I really don't know what to do. In the beginning, I was thinking that I need to start a great company, but I don't have technology. I have nothing.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have very less coding
It's it's very crazy idea to start over, to start from the beginning to develop a food delivery app.
Yeah, and it has three in three languages. English, Chinese,
Yeah,
and French
three
support.
languages.
And then Windows support the mobile platform, both Android and.
But the program was good, right? Just the business did not go very well.
The business partners didn't push very well, and also it's because the market. You know, even today we don't have Montreal-based food delivery apps. We don't have that.
No, they have the global company. It's very difficult to have your own.
Yeah.
The small company just cannot compete with the Chinese market, the Fantuan and the Xiongmao.
Fantuan Xiongmao is in Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah.
They have so big
Yeah,
Chinese
that's so
community.
big. Yeah. No, even in United States, I guess.
DoorDash.
Yeah. No, the Fantuan is in US too. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Because they choose a good place to start. Yeah. Which have so many Chinese consumers. Then they don't need to trade language support. They only need to do Chinese.
Yeah. Now they have English.
They have English, but in the beginning they only have Chinese. That's good enough because they have good economy. Think about Montreal. We only have less than 100,000 Chinese, right? Then how can you compete? And the downtown area is so small. Then that's why it's very important to choose when you choose a business, you need to target the right market. Food delivery is bonding to the local business. So, and also it's French environment. It's so hard to convince investors to invest in a French property. Look, we are both laughing.
It's difficult. It's difficult. But that gave you it's your first real developing experience, right? The company. Yeah.
We got code base. It's good practice for me.
Yeah. To run a really developing company.
Yeah. That's coding base, how to design database, how to design a system faster responsive, and also the code base. Even though we don't use that code anymore, but it's really good to give you also manage people, how to manage people. You know, manage developers is difficult. Developers will piss you off if you don't know anything about development. Just tell me that.
That's crazy. That's at the beginning you were doing some little bit QA testing, and then you are in charge of developing.
You know what's the secret to do that? Because our chief development officer quit.
So
tell me that, Charles, you're asking for too much.
Or you did not
you
pay
can
enough.
You up. Okay, you do it by yourself. You think it's easy. You're always asking too much and pushing. You do it. I quit now.
No.
And watching you play. Then what do you do? You have two choices. One, do it by yourself. Second, quit. I don't want second to a second. So
that's why I guess you learn things really fast. That's the thing.
I don't know. I don't know why. People may be thinking that I'm smart, but I don't know if that's the truth. So I'm smart or I'm spending more time than others.
And you also, I guess you are really learn especially the coding and design products is even the kind of experienced developers, they are not, I guess they cannot develop a product, have a team of, it's difficult.
Developing a product, design a product, and or design a function, that's totally different things. Right? In big companies, in most of the time, even in small companies, you are just finish a component or function. But when you're running a business, that's totally different. The most challenging part is priorities. That's the first thing component. As a developer, you don't need to think about priorities. Your manager decide, you just follow it. But as the owner, with a limited budget, you need to choose which one is important, which one goes first. So that's really tricky, and you know that your developers is not reliable because the developer you hired in the beginning, they're not from big company, don't have so much experience. We were using interns to develop those apps.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you have you are a good developer, or the QA tester become a developer, or developers like a senior developer, and then architect or team leader. So you jump from like a tester or the QA tester to a chief designer, right? There's no stairs in the middle, you
no joy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But how's the end product? The product was okay.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, where the first day after about 8 months development, the product is launching.
The pimping that you
Yeah, exactly. The first day there was 1,000 orders placed.
Yeah, I remember you post the chat time, right? The
first time they give promotions.
Chat time.
The server was down the first day when it's launching for 2 hours, but we were lucky. We're using Amazon Cloud, so we increased the the instance 4 times more powerful.
Yeah.
It costs about $10 per hour, and it's back to work.
Yeah,
which means the design is good.
That's the beauty of cloud.
Yeah,
you can elastic, right? Elastic computing or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. EC2. Yeah, so that's an interesting part. We designed the strategy or go cloud in the beginning.
Wow.
That's why in the first day, actually, we never have so much traffic anymore.
the best traffic on the first day.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's new, everybody want to try it.
Yeah, I remember you posted like
that was crazy.
The talk time is not doing well now.
Yeah, there's so much milk tea company.
Yeah. The bubble tea restaurant. They are all franchise. Like another better franchise, another humongous like franchise. Like
yeah, exactly. So
thousands of restaurants, like one franchise. So you just cannot compete with them.
That's true. That's something like IT is the same, right? We always have a question about how can you competing with Amazon.
Big guy.
Big company have everything. You only have a limited resource. You don't have so strong technology. How can you competing with them? Like investor ask you those questions.
I can never do what you do. It's like too risky.
Oh, the reason you don't do that is you don't think if you do that you will be happy. I enjoy that. I like challenges. I like changes. Sometimes I'm questioning about how I'm doing a cashier, working as a cashier every day.
How's your French? your French is not bad actually.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
If they need me to speak French, I speak French. That's me, right? If a company needs me to do that, I will do that.
I remember when I moved, like when you moved to your new house, like you were speaking with somebody in French, like this guy can speak French, like.
That's true. It's only as an entrepreneur or as a founder. It's not what you know or what you can. It's what the company needs.
Yeah.
Like in Pingping, when I was running the Pingping one day, I was doing the food delivery. It's a big raining day, storm, a big storm outside. No delivery guy want to go outside, and people order food. I have no choice.
That's about 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, I have no choice, and then I just pick up the order and start running, and I don't even have an umbrella. So when I go in front of the door, I have to smell it. Like, hey, monsieur, this is your order. I guess, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm sorry, it was 1 hour late, but I'm okay. You are okay with this food. So really
actually, the apps that time, if you have sold it to somebody else, probably will make more money. It was a little bit earlier, and there's Aichi and Xiaoming, right?
Yeah. Not about that. Better question should be, if you change a city in Francisco, maybe you already succeed. Maybe there's no DoorDash. Maybe you're competing with them. Maybe you success. But the problem there's no so many if. Why not? Why is it now, right? So imagine if you're not here, if you're in San Francisco, what it will be? We don't know. There's no if in the history, so we cannot change it. Now we are thinking about moving to New York, start our third office in New York.
You're going to live there for a long time?
I don't know. I will still live here, but we are going to open a new office in New York. And some people wanted me to open an office in Miami. So we are looking.
But how, like, this one curious, how do you get the money, the investment, or like all the sales? Do you have the revenue from the products itself, or like?
Yeah, we have a revenue from hosting, cloud computing services, some from blockchain, and some from the legacy business, like legacy hosting. So we have AI companies currently using our hosting services as well.
Is that covers everything, or you have a surplus?
We still have a lot of investment. So the company's valuation at about $100 million. So there was investors who, like us, believe that decentralized cloud is the future. So they keep on investing in the business, and we have customers using the services, and they keep on growing the space.
But do you worry a lot, or?
I don't worry at all. I don't worry at all, because
Because a lot of competition as well. Everybody wants to be next big thing, and also like if you have a successful team or company, and I don't know, it's a lot of companies, small company want the best choice will be bought out by a huge giant like a Google or whatever.
So if you start a company and you are aiming at a bought by big companies, probably will go bankrupt. If you build a company and you are aiming at the bidder of big companies, maybe you can get acquired.
Yeah, probably somebody gonna buy you.
Yeah, so that's the case, right? If you come to a guy and say like, it's a strategy. Like if you like tell Google, hey, listen, I want you to acquire us, and we have a no, okay. You don't have confidence. Your product is not good. That's why you think about acquisition. But if it's like Google is shit, we're going to beat them. They're nothing. That's like, okay, you must have something
interesting, right?
Exactly. So that's something approach we are taking. For example, in Montreal, we have more servers than AWS than Google.
Really?
Exactly. That's what we have now.
Well, they have a data center somewhere here, right?
Yeah, we're in the same data center. We know how many servers we have. We have more than them, right? So at least in gaming, we beat them, right? So can we repeat the same model in Toronto, in US? Actually, yes, we can. Why not, right? And also, is Google wins the crypto market? I don't think so. So that's the beautiful part of the new things.
Yeah.
You have so much possibility. But with the existing internet company, if you say that I'm going to develop business, can beat Google, people will think you're crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
But in your cryptocurrency or blockchain where you have decentralized beating them, people maybe say that maybe 90% of people will think that you are crazy, but 10% of people will believe you. But if you see that we are beat Google in their way, doing the same business, almost 100% of people will think you are crazy. So we are the 10%. And there was also a strategy is like if nobody believes you are in this, if most people don't believe you're going to success in this business, which means that if you do it, you already win the majority. Because they won't do that, right? They're already going to give up. You are in a place that people just give up.
Yeah. But after the first Pingping, what do you do? When the Pingping was the business that was not doing well, the software is fine, the app was fine.
Yeah, market is not going well.
What did you do after that? Or at least you got a lot of experience with the.
Yeah, because actually one day, both Pingping and me, we are trying to find something new. Yeah, so we've also realized that Pingping is Montreal market is small. Even you're working hard.
I thought you tried to break the market of Toronto, right?
Yeah, but that's one problem. Both of us don't want to move to Toronto.
Yeah, and you have to be there, right? To develop a team.
Yeah. So we have you remember that I have a daughter at the time, right? I have a baby at the time. So
she's 7, 8.
Yeah, she's exactly the same age as I start company. Because the day she was born, I started my company. So she's 7 years old now, so which means I started my company for 7 years. So she's small, and we cannot move. And both families don't agree, right? We just start a company, and then we start moving just for the business.
Yeah, but also the boss of the Pingping, he died, right? After that, right?
He passed away 2 years before the Pingping market. So actually, before he passed away, half a year before he passed away, he was in China trying to raise funds. And then he told me that one day he called me, say, Charles, can you do some blockchain?
That time?
Yeah. Early 2017, he was telling me.
But the Pingping has nothing to do with blockchain.
Yeah, but it's for make money. He told me that I was pissing him off. I said, what the hell is blockchain? You cannot just get a new name and think it's making money, and I something like through IM can do everything. it's not working. Then he tell me that, listen, Charles, if you cannot do it, if you can't do it,
No.
we can get $10,000
No.
over 2 weeks. Then I said, okay, listen, I'm going to do some research to see like if I can do. Then after half an hour, I call him again. Said, look, I can do that. If we can make $10,000 in next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we can do the job. So I spent about 1 week. And I finished the prototype, and I sold at $10,000. 1 week, $10,000. Can you imagine that? That's lots of money.
Yeah,
at that time for a startup.
Yeah, quick money.
Then I started thinking, why people want to pay so much for a 1 week work?
Yeah.
What's the magic behind it?
Yeah.
Then I started research about blockchain. And remember Axin?
Yeah, Axin, yeah.
One day, Axin was telling me that there was a guy in Toronto who claimed he's really great in blockchain.
Yeah.
And Axin said, you are the smartest person in our group. I want you to beat this guy,
Yeah.
piss him off.
Yeah.
Then I was finished to argue with him, and he told me something about Ethereum. Ethereum was $100 at the moment.
Yeah.
100 Canadian dollar,
Yeah.
which is $80.
Yeah, $8.
80 US dollar. And today the price is 1,200. So
Used to be 4,000, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah, last year, yeah,
It was
reached
the
the
middle of last year.
Yeah, yeah.
But at that time,
No.
it was only $80.
No.
Yeah. So I argued with him, and I failed. Then I limited by start purchasing Ethereum. Then I built in the mining rigs.
What is the
mining Ethereum.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I started research learning about blockchain, business,
Yeah.
how to converting GPU mining to deep
Yeah.
learning, then how to build in storage, and then more blockchains, participate in international meetings, building, hosting servers, data centers, building connections with people, and recognize those smart people, but smart, but geeks, different geeks.
So from the Ping you get the blockchain.
Yeah, it's right. Yes. So from food delivery company, you get ideas of blockchain. So it's not just deliver food, but also deliver ideas.
New idea.
They also deliver ideas, So there was a lot of opportunities in your life, and the most important thing, you need to try. Right? You need to try.
But that's just an idea. Like blockchain that time was very vague. Like just that everybody on the chain. Everybody on the chain.
Yes, but the money is there. Technology is there, right? Why make us different than others when do blockchain?
Yeah.
It's not because we buy some Bitcoin and become rich.
Yeah.
It's because we read the code.
Yeah.
We found something. In blockchain, what do we say?
Yeah.
Law. Code is the law. We believe in code. We are not believe in people. So that's the part in blockchain. Then you are a developer, right? You are an engineer.
Yeah.
And you read the code and it convinced you. That's you. Then you start invest. It's not like people who have no zero knowledge about the blockchain. They buy it because they think they can become rich. Like lots of Korean people, earlier this year buy Nuna, now they bankrupt. They say like they're going to suicide. Those are different things, So back to what we're talking is, if you don't know something, it's better to stay away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, that you decide not to buy Bitcoin, nothing to regret, because you have your belief, and you know that you don't know how it works, right? You don't know how it works. Why consume so much power, generate no value, and it becomes so pricing? You don't understand that, so you stay away from that. That's good approach. If you don't know it, you go for it. That's really bad, Lots of people buy it because people tell him to buy it. He didn't use his brain to think about why. The people buy it and you are rich. Oh, okay, I buy it. How come?
Yeah.
If it's rich, it's so simple. Everybody's rich.
Yeah.
That's something like I think. And what I'm asking now every day myself is, what makes you different? What makes you different, right? What makes you different? You have something you like. You have your family you love.
Yeah.
You have the responsibilities, right? That's you.
Yeah.
So what makes me different? I have something I want to try. I have something I like. And I can do something others cannot do, right? I can convince people to invest in the data centers. I can build in the decentralized infrastructure which other people cannot.
But how do you convince people to spend the money? That's the most important thing. If you
need to find people
you
who share the same view as you. Right? How can you convince your wife invest? It's simple. She believes you, or she has no choice.
But for the restaurant business, it's not big investment. It's just like as I said at the beginning, we spent only $60,000.
$60,000 for you is a big money, right?
Yeah.
But for big investors like lots of capitals, $3 million is equivalent to $7,000.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
Yeah.
So, talking to the bigger ones, talking to some big capital like we have capital from FBG Capital. They're running about 1 billion size of capital. For them to invest $1 million, it's okay.
Yeah,
we can't say that's nothing, but it's okay. That's only less than 1% of their portfolio, right?
Yeah.
Just like you, if you spend $100, if you have $10 million, and when you spend about $100, whether you think much, you think I can try, right? Just we come to a restaurant, we think like it pretty cost about $100 for dinner, but you try, you think it's interesting, it's worth it to try, right? That's fine. But if you talk to a guy who only have $100 for this month and tell me, do you want to try the dishes? He said, no, too risky. How about it's not good? If it's good, I don't want to try. So that's the difference. Talking to people, share the same view with you, and want to invest. Don't talk to people who don't have the money and try to convince them to invest. You shouldn't do that. That's not good. It's not good for you, not good for him.
Yeah.
So that's no difference.
That's really good. So you're good at the presentation, It's,
I have no choice. If I'm not good at that,
you feel a long time ago, right? You're gonna.
Yeah, so that's something like like Elon Musk. Is his liar or his legend? Before his success, he's a liar. Right? He's a liar.
Always I give you a big picture, right?
Exactly. But after success, he's a legend. So the legend and the liar, there's only one difference. Can you make it working? 10 years ago, are you going to buy an electrical car? No, right? But what do you have a choice after 10 years? Maybe you don't even have a choice. There's no gas car. You have to buy the electric car. And 10 years ago, if I tell you that somebody can launching a spaceship, somebody as a private company can launch a spaceship, that's crazy. How is it possible? And he made it. And I'm not just being able to launch it. And I take it back. And we launch it. And I made it on the cost. Come on, this guy's crazy. He's dreaming. But it worked.
Yeah, when he get
and
it
he's
working.
not a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
He's a businessman.
No, actually, he designed everything. He designed the rocket.
Exactly. He's not.
It's like you, doing the bio thing, like you studied the biotechnology and then doing coding.
Exactly. So can he say that I know nothing about rocket science, so I cannot launch a spaceship? No, you can't. The reason is simple. You know nothing about it. Another guy who knows lots of things about it, but he doesn't want to try. You win. At least you try. Right? You have the knowledge, but you don't try. I have nothing, but I want to learn and I want to try. Who wins? I have maybe 1% of the chance to win, and you have 0 chance.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
So I want to try. People don't want to try. I already win. At least I have a chance to win. You have no chance.
That's why you're kind of ambitious and you kind of always winning. You have fighting spirit.
I'm not the one always win. I failed 99%, and people only look at you when you win. So that's mean, hey, this guy wins. Come on, when I lose, where are you?
Yeah. But when was your first time The pimping was not bad for you, I guess. But it's not a failure.
It's not a failure
because you did not lose much. You got the experience. You got.
Yeah. So first of all, in pimping, I'm not just so when I was working in pimping projects, I'm not the founder. I'm just a co-founder.
Yeah.
So
and you also have the funding. You had the funding as well.
Yeah, and my goal is not my goal at the time.
It's a corporation. Corporation, I guess.
Yeah, and my goal at the time. We know that this is the first time try. You have a chance.
Yeah. It's a partnership. It's a partnership.
Yeah, we're partners, right?
Yeah.
And the business is closed. It's not because the product is not good. One part of the reason is the market, but market actually is also not a major reason.
Yeah.
Imagine if pimping survivors just don't make money, but survivors until pandemic, maybe they can grow up.
Yeah.
Right. So the key is not that. The key is what you learned, right? And the reason make me turn around is we found something interesting me. Blockchain.
Yeah.
I see the opportunity there. And what is the opportunity? That's something big company don't want to try. And you can try. Just like I said, you already win because big company don't want to try. If you go to another business, any business, big company has no barrier for them to enter.
Yeah.
Where's your chance? Like just like a restaurant, right? When you want to expand, you will think like there's so much competition there. That's hard.
No, restaurant is. I'm a failure. Restaurant it's crazy. It's
yeah. It's just like yeah. You're really doing good because you're doing really good because you know that you have something different, right? Until Dai has a very good branding and you make food differentiate your food from other traditional restaurants, right? You have
no, the difference. They're better. We're not bad. We're not good.
No. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. I see your food, everything. I come here like not so many times, maybe 5 times, 4 times or 5 times. Each time I come in here, I found that the food is better than last time, right? You keep on improving. And I saw you advertisement everywhere. Even my friend in Toronto, in Vancouver, they know that. So this make you different. Not like some Chinese restaurant, you're like, 红翻天?
Yeah.
How many times they change owners? Right? So that's something.
I want to change. Somebody just buy the place.
Acquire it. So that's something like I'm always thinking.
But what is the next company you do? Like you're doing right after pimping, you're doing the training, right? Training
is because we have training is not right after. Training is something like we run the blockchain company.
Yeah.
And we don't make much money at the moment.
Yeah.
And
but training was a great business actually.
Yeah, but I had a problem. You know what's the problem? It's capped by the local population.
But still, you get it's a steady income. You have, for example, you have 100 students to learn Java. But you had a Java.
Yeah, we have 30 students at the moment. So each person maybe pay me $10 per hour. It's $600 per hour.
Yeah.
Decent income. But the problem is that Montreal have about 2 million people. How many students you have per year?
I would be super happy if I have that income. You just think it's too small. I think you.
Yeah, I make about. I was making about $10,000 per month, and what I have to do is only weekend. The student only come weekend. There are weekdays. You don't need to do anything, and you get $10,000.
I have a lot of friends learning Java or whatever the testing in your place.
Yeah, and they have more than $100,000. Lots of them have more than $100,000. And actually, we have very high rate of getting jobs in our training, and it's only cost about $400 at the moment.
You know who is still doing that? The Athens.
Yeah.
Athens still. Athens is amazing. Actually, he was on the show last year. He's still doing the training.
He likes. I think the reason he's doing the training is something like he really likes it. I think.
Yeah. And also a lot of connections because you you train students doing the programming, and then like you
me,
become friends or.
But for me, like it's not big. The market is not big enough for me, right? No. Even I take all the market in Montreal, how much I can make? $1 million?
Or you can do it on YouTube.
Well, still training.
Yeah.
So training is what? Some people knowledge, you share it.
Yeah. But you kind of stop it like completely, right?
Yeah, company stopped it. Company stopped it when I found my
Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula AI. When I was founding my directions, my direction, I decided to stop because it doesn't worth it for me to spend more time on that. And even the WeChat 公众号 is suspended already.
Why?
Because I don't want to maintain it.
Okay.
No business, no use. Why? So for me, like the training is good. It's changing lots of people's life. You know, I have a lot of students who have no experience in coding, in those things. And after the training, they get a job. And some people didn't find a job here for 10 years. After the training and the internship, they get jobs. But that's not my purpose. My purpose is not to training people to get a job.
To make money. To make money.
Yeah, that's not my goal, right? My goal, well, making money is good. Everybody wants to make money. That's nothing wrong to make money. But what I want to do is change the world and make the money. The change the world, like people thinking is taking it for granted. For example, Amazon controls everything. You just hosting the data on Amazon. And for example, Amazon, what Amazon does recently, you don't like? I think maybe you don't like that. I don't know that. But let me tell you.
Oh, they can cancel the hosting for you or the.
Yeah. For example, the Russia has invaded Ukraine. Right. So what's happening? U.S. give a sanction to Russia, right? Now what's the deal? Amazon stop service in Russia.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. Yeah, some people will say that Russia is
bad
guy, Ukraine is good. Okay. I'm not the judge who can judge who is correct, who is not correct. But I think the people have the right to using hosting services and have their data available.
Okay.
Imagine if you're doing the decentralized way, can Russia have their own hosting services by their own instead of controlled by some company?
So you mean some Russian websites they're on Amazon, they won't have the service anymore?
Yeah.
So they're gonna find.
Also the banks. If you have money as a Russian citizen, saved in U.S. banks, you cannot get it. And which is even worse, the transfers of money to Ukrainian people to fight to.
But if people are right on Russia is a bad guy, so if people are right on that one, so that's a good thing.
Wait, come on. Who decides which one is good? Why not God? We cannot decide who's good. If the Russian people choose they want this kind of life, it's their choice, right? Come on, let me tell you. If somebody,
but that's Putin's choice, not the Russian people. You know, sometimes you never know.
People is innocent most of the time. For example, if one day Canada decided to create a war with U.S. and you lost your family's photo, what's the problem with you?
Yeah, the system is nobody can make that decision.
Exactly. But I'm just asking you, what kind of mistake you have made to lose your family's photo? Because Canada wanted to have a war with the U.S. and you lost your family's photo using Google services, right? Google Photos. So what's the fault with you? Because you support Canada, right? So it's easy to take a judgment on countries. But when it comes to normal person, why you should? So
Amazon stopped the AWS stopped all services for Russia.
Exactly.
How do they know it's from Russia?
It's easy.
You
just close the bucket from any IP from Russia. So like you know. So let me ask you, what's wrong with you to hosting on Amazon? And now you cannot host it. It's countries. It's the government's decision. It's not your decision, right?
But it's the sometimes the not Russia, before Russia, like some, I guess, the controversial websites being shut down by AWS as well, because they say like you are crazy people, crazy, they just,
but they still have a ledger content. They allow people. It's not every website, right? If you have a ledger content, not anti-human, you can save them. That now it's all closed. So what's the fault of that? So that's my point, right? For decentralization, we give the people the right to choose the life they want. What's the rule? They want hosting on their own servers in Russia.
So you must be an Elon Musk fan. People's currency, like everything decentralized.
Yeah, I think like, for example, imagine we have photos, family photos. We want to store it in Canada, right? And when I want to get it back, I can get it back. What's wrong with that? It's okay, right?
So the decentralized is the.
This is what I believe. I want to give the right to the people who owns the data. I don't want to let Amazon or Google control your data. Well, you just tell me, you pay Amazon $10 each month to host your data. Does he own the data? It's your data, right?
Yeah.
And you have the right to get it back, right? So this is my point. You should have the right to access to your data when you need. So this is why I believe decentralized.
Yeah, decentralized blockchain.
Because the blockchain is the only thing. For example, if you...
But they trick a lot of people, like sometimes the NFT, some crazy stuff. A lot of people, they pay huge price for the hype,
So that's all the bad
It's an open market. Yeah, it's an open market. People, like, you have really, if you have nobody regulate or something, like, always some people are going to trick, okay, buy this, and then you kind of lose a lot of money.
Yeah, correct. So that's why the market needs to be regulated. People need to be educated. And we don't encourage people to buy the things you don't want. But innovation should not be killed. That's why you see like lots of blockchain companies.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like Uber, in
the beginning it was bad, right?
Yeah, because like you kind of kill the taxi industry, But right. It's a technology. It's the trend.
Exactly. There are a lot of things. Maybe online for the ordering or lots of things. In the beginning, people don't trust it. Even online shopping, right? In the beginning, how about you buy some product because the TV sale, right? You buy it and it's not good, and you ship to home, and they take your money and don't return. Those problems all existing, and also stock market, right? Are you always buy stock on the stock market and then you make money? Right? There are also lots of fake companies pump and dump in the market. So the problem is regulation is needed. But innovation should be encouraged.
Yeah, but if you regulate the cryptocurrency is decentralized, how do you regulate? So it's kind of contradicting.
Actually, you can. For example, as a currency company, the service is decentralized, technology decentralized, but as a company behind that, this can be regulated. So, for example, imagine you are running a blockchain technology in your country, right? And the regulation comes, they can ask you to stop, but you can still run it if you will. That's a decentralized. But you cannot do something illegal. For example, if you using Bitcoin to buy drugs. As long as the transaction on the blockchain is traceable, as long as the money arrives in exchange, exchange is regulated, right? They need to follow the anti-money laundering and the KYC. He will catch this guy. You get some money from drug dealer. Why? The same as credit card. If you want to sell any cryptocurrency on the exchanges, they all ask you for government IDs, everything. It's very strict now. And then if you cannot tell where you get the money from, you're in charge.
But this thing is interesting because you can see it's public record for the transactions.
Exactly. So it's not anonymous.
I know, but that's the crazy thing. But if you have this address, people know exactly how much money you have. That's even worse, I guess.
Exactly. So which means that
So
with blockchain, you are not a practitioner. Actually, you have become transparent.
yeah, exactly.
It's not anonymous. It's
Yeah,
transparent.
exactly. So that's even a bad thing, you
Exactly.
know.
That's why
People can pry on your privacy, like your private information. How much money? Yeah, exactly. How much money
you get
you
the
have?
idea, right?
Yeah.
So which means that blockchain as a technology is not a bad thing. It's the people how to use it. If the people use it, there are lots of blockchain can be doing analysis about address. If you have some malicious deals, it's much easier to catch it than traditional. For example, you want to find this guy.
But also, you don't have privacy anymore. Like
It's your choice.
About your financial situation.
It's your choice. If you don't want to expose that, you don't use that.
Yeah, you can use a little bit. I put like 1% of my money on the crypto.
You can do that.
99% of I have on the record. I have this much money, but in reality, I have a lot more, right? So
yeah. So you get it right. It's up. So you have the choice, right?
So why do people do the blackmail thing, like they lock you, they encrypt your hardware, the data, and then ask for the
It was
blackmail.
the early stage.
Yeah.
Like exchanges, they doesn't do KYC, and the technology about online and analysis is not so advanced. But nowadays, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, you cannot do the blackmail.
Yeah, you cannot do that. You can still do the blackmail, but when you see like there was more and more like hackers return the money. Why? They get the money, but cannot.
They cannot hide.
Send it because they're tracing it.
Yeah.
When you arrive exchanges.
Yeah,
lock it there.
Doesn't matter you use how many addresses to mask it, to try to hide your real address.
Exactly. So this is technology. This is all becomes the technology against technology. So imagine the first day when you have a credit card. We have the same argue. Right? Cash is safe. Credit card can be fraud. Yeah. Even you, right? You open restaurant business. Did you get some fraud credit card? I believe so.
Yeah, we lost 1,000, but 3 years ago, before the pandemic, same two guys, they came every time asking for fried udon with chicken. Every time they came, but then they say like, oh, we like when you put the card, they say, oh, I kind of by mistake I put like too much on the tips. Could you give the cash back? Actually, at the beginning, we gave the $60 back. So they had the free meal and the plus $60 cash.
Exactly. So are you going to blame the credit card?
Yeah.
Yes, you cannot blame, but people still using that, right?
No, it's the way of the terminal. Like you can do the manual thing. So the guy gave the card. It's the manual entry. They show you a card, and then something wrong. He's not using the card, but he putting the card number manually by himself. Like remember 16-digit number, put it here instead of using the real card.
Yeah.
So then I found out that I called the card processing company, the Minoris. They said, oh, this is normal. Sometimes they trick this, but you can disable this function, this feature, like a manual key, like a manual key, like entry. Yeah. Then but it's your own risk, and then
you will pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. We lost $1,000.
And if you have more than 1% of fraud, your card will be banned. Don't ask me why I know that, because on Ping we have this issue, and I'm the person who solves this issue, doing more human validation, detect people. You see, credit card also have the kind of risk. Blockchain the same, but the good thing is that in the beginning, in a new market, because nobody knows the technology, so you can take advantages of that. But when the market becomes more and more mature, there are more and more tools, it's getting harder and harder. Now it's still be the transfer funds using cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, because it's so easy to trace. You are the guy who sends the money and just probably transfer to yours. And
doesn't matter how many times you transfer,
Doesn't matter. And at the end, if it's just one person who cash it out in exchanges, he put his ID there. He can tracing you back from the chain. Everything is transparent and you cannot escape. That's why in the China blockchain, China RMB blockchain won't be success. Tell me, how many corporate people want to be tracing? Nobody want to be tracing. Do you want to read that? You are corrupted officer and using the blockchain or digital RMB, and you will be able to traceable. So what is the biggest money laundering tools in the world? Cash.
Yeah, cash, always cash.
I give you $10,000. Can you tell me who gave you?
Yeah, nobody knows.
Exactly. So that's why.
So blockchain is more transparent. Yeah.
Blockchain is not something like a magic bullet, silver bullet.
But they said the darknet, like they said they all use this crypto doing the.
It was the biggest scenario, but like the Bitcoin price, when people talk about darknet, Bitcoin was still at $300. Now it's almost, how much is it today? $20,000, right? The market is growing so big.
Yeah.
It's so big, small market. Just like there was still e-transfers for drug dealer. Can you see that drug dealer is the major places? Drug dealer, what is the biggest currency used in drug dealer? Not a Bitcoin.
US
cash,
dollars.
Right? We should ban US dollar. Right? Stop printing it. It's drug dealer usage, right?
Oh.
So that's something like people can always argue, but the reality is that you need to make decisions depending on what you believe. And the beautiful part of the world is everybody has their own beliefs. What you believe is not something I believe. That's a diversity. That's the beauty of the world. If everybody like think the same, you like cash, I like cash, everybody like cash. It's so boring, the world.
Yeah.
We don't like boring things. Right? Life is boring.
Yeah.
We want challenges. We like changes. So that makes
so what is so after that, like did you get some failure or something?
I'm failed every day. Seriously, I failed. I tell a developer I want this function done today. He tell me I cannot. I failed. Right? I try some ideas. I think I can do this experiment successfully. I failed. There's lots of things you can fail. And what to make you stay on the table is how much you have. You want to stay under the table, competition.
Yeah.
What can make you stay is how deep your pocket is.
But where did you get the money? Or like you have a rich dad? Asking
yeah.
Dad, I don't have money. I need more money.
There are several ways you can get money.
Yeah.
Right. You are changing the world. People believe you're changing it, and you show them how you change it. Like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He failed 9 times when launching the spaceship. Where he get his money? Will you give this guy money?
But that time he almost
failed 9 times, non-success. He said he was launching the Filecoin, right? The Filecoin, the rocket. Failed 9 times, exploded on the launch pad. Are you going to give his money? For sure not. We're not the kind of person believe a guy who failed 9 times will be successful in 10 times. That's 10, right? But some investors, why they give him money? Like a couple of reasons. He was a success, in the last enterprise. Or some people think that, let him try. I want to go to Mars, but I don't have the time. I don't have the capability. But what I have is money. So I give you the money, you make it happen. There are always people want it to happen, but don't have time. For example,
how did you find those people? Has a lot of money. They have a lot of money.
People like it's easy.
Yeah.
Like should I say easy?
That's why you travel a lot. Even before the pandemic, you went to China a lot of times, right?
No, not really. I get the money and I go to China. So the reason, like, people doing referrals.
Yeah.
Right. For example, I want a good restaurant. I want to ask my friend which is the best restaurant I can find in Montreal. Like, if he ask me, I will say like under die, right? He can come to you. You don't need to know this guy, and you get the customer. So the same as the investor, right? The investor talk to each other like, where's a good project or something like interesting, and then they know that, hey, I know that guy. Probably I want to invest him because I don't believe what he's saying, but what he said is interesting. maybe you'll be interested. I be good, no, right? Then you come to see him, or he come to see you, and you show with him. Most of the time, when I show investor, I don't even believe that I could invest. But my friend tell me, Charles, this guy is interested in your work. Talk to him. I said, oh, I think he won't be able to understand what I'm talking. He said, just give it a try. I have no choice because I trust this friend. He can refer me there. I have to talk. Sometimes I like the speech is really bullshit.
But do you worry like if you get money from them like 100,000, for example, that's a good money, right? $100,000. But do you worry if you cannot deliver the project to make sure like they can make more money because they invest?
First of all, it depends on what's the initiative of creating the project.
Okay.
Is your project, so if your project's goal is to creating short-term value for investor to make him make money, yes, you are worried. But if your goal is changing the entire market, then make the money, your approach changes. Your first priority is not how to make them rich. Your first delivery product changes the world, right? Then there comes the question: how about you cannot deliver? The reason is, the answer is simple. Find out why you cannot deliver. Why you cannot deliver?
But sometimes they oversell, like especially the account manager, or like the salesperson. They always promise a lot of stuff.
If you are the founder, you are the salesperson.
Yeah.
Why you oversell?
Because we want to get more money.
Wow, that's the wrong answer. You oversell because you think you can do it.
Yeah.
But you failed.
Yeah.
Why you failed? There are two reasons. One is you don't have the technology and you'll not be able to do it. So, secondary, you will do it in the future, but you are not there yet. You need more money.
Yeah.
So if the first thing, you should reevaluate your business model. Why you didn't think about it in the beginning? If the second case is simple, go and raise more money. And if you cannot raise more money, what you can do? Working harder to make it happen. Just like us, right? We spent 5 years. The decentralized cloud is done at the year. But what should you do? Simple. Keep on doing it.
Yeah. But sometimes it's just taking too long. Like some.
That's why you need to believe what you are doing.
Yeah. That's a faith.
Yeah, as a founder, you believe what you are doing. That's really important. If you don't know what you are doing, how can investor believe you? How can your employees believe you? You are leading there, and you don't believe what you are doing. Then why you are doing it? You believe what you are doing, then you can deliver. If you don't believe that, don't do it.
That helped me to my restaurant business.
Yeah, exactly. You should believe what you are doing, right? Let me ask a question. If you don't believe this business, and you spend most of the precious 10 years doing it, what's the point?
But sometimes it could be a mistake.
Well, if a mistake, you can always give up. Honestly, if it is a mistake, if your service think it's a mistake, give up. Just like Ping, right?
Yeah.
And discontinue Ping to doing the blockchain. Why? Because I know that, or like a training course, you see that. I make lots of money, and I know that I'm going to make more money. Because with more fame, success of those students getting jobs, it's so easy to make a market, right? Now, why I stop? Because I think it's a mistake. You shouldn't do this because you are not really interested in it. It's just something make for a living. It's not something you want to do. It's not something like the person you want to become. Then you should stop. That's why people thinking that Charles doing good business in training, and I would say like, if I don't stop it, it's going to be a mistake. You become a person want money. You become a person, you forget who you are, what you want to do. There's so many chances. Like for example, Nebula AI once almost going bankrupt. We only have about several $1,000 in the bank account. I can't stop the company. Find a good job. Like a person like me can easily find
But you still have that the AI company there. So how many companies like?
3 companies, something.
Oh, right now you're running 3 companies.
Yeah.
But are they under the same like?
Yeah, that's on the same company structure.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that I still didn't give up the hope of decentralized computing, AI computing. But what I realized that it's not there. The time is not ready yet. Companies still want to host their data in their own facilities. They don't trust decentralized computing. They don't trust the decentralized AI. It takes time. We need to wait until the day comes.
But how many like you have to have a lot of nodes resources on the nodes to let them see firsthand to see like if I need a computing power like this much to run this program.
Exactly.
But
That's why we get 3 co-locations, 3 data centers running as nodes, keep on running, generate revenues.
But that's your own node. It's not like by theory whatever. It's supposed to be a lot of kind of voluntary nodes, right? Instead of your own
We
nodes.
have over 50 nodes worldwide connected to us. 3 of them are our nodes.
But they are powerful nodes, not
very powerful. They are all in data centers.
So that's the industry thing, like
industry level data center computing, very powerful. It's 10 times more powerful than your PC. Each of them. Yeah. So now we see the first light of decentralized computing. At least we have those infrastructures there.
Yeah.
But 5 years ago, there's nothing. Nothing there. You cannot be here today. You cannot be in industry for 4 years if you don't believe that.
But so this thing,
you see lots of people, right?
Yeah.
They switch jobs. They create companies, they close companies, they create companies. Easy give up. Why? Because they don't believe what they're doing.
Yeah.
We believe what we are doing. So 4 years, but still doing the same business. First day you know me about when we're doing the Nebula AI, I tell you about the decentralized computing. Today you're asking me, I'm telling you the same thing, I'm doing decentralized computing. I didn't change in 4 years. Whenever it's hard or simple, I didn't change.
But how do they, like those, but actually Amazon, AWS, they are doing the same stuff. Like their AWS is the decentralized as well.
They're distributed, but they're decentralized.
But it's their own stuff.
Exactly. They own all those facilities. So we only own 2% of them. They own 100%.
Yeah.
That's a difference, right?
But the technology could be the similar.
It's totally different.
Oh, it's more efficient for them. Like their own stuff.
There's more efficiency, but
they have total control.
You have trust them.
Yeah, they have total control.
With us, you don't trust me.
Yeah, you don't.
You trust the code.
You trust the protocol.
Yeah.
The protocol of this blockchain.
It's like HTTP, right? But HTTP, you trust HTTP. You are not trust the company.
Yeah, for me, the easiest case is the blockchain gonna fix the trust issue. Issue, like the notary office is gonna be gone.
Yeah, like, I don't trust you. I trust the code, right? Just like you tell me you have $1,000. How can you prove? Easy. Check my wallet. It's that. Right. For example, if I want to.
I do think it's a future, to be honest. I do think
it's hard, but the future is there. We know that.
It's because you have to fix a trust issue. Because right now we are relying on the notary office.
Yeah.
Like for the transaction, like you buy this house, you have to go to notary to see like okay, A bought this from B, and then the amount, the terms.
Yeah.
But then if you're on the blockchain, so it's
let's see. So one thing. If you have a company, we have 3 persons here. We're trying to set up this company. Okay, this business. We have $1,000 here. If we decide to use it, how can we make a decision? We need to vote, right? He vote, you vote, I vote. If 2 of us agree, we can use it. And we have to put the money. We have to put money in the bank, right? Without already putting in the bank. So now the problem comes: who is the if you go to the bank, they ask you who is the signing officer? You or me?
So it's the majority.
It's complicated, right?
Yeah.
If you are the signing officer, you can use the money without me and his approval. If we both are signing officer, both of us can use the money. If as a co-signer, that's become complicated. We need to both go to the bank to make sense. But the blockchain is easy. You use the multi-sig. we have 5 keys. You have 2. I have 1. He has 1.
Yeah.
So only you need to have 3 keys. You can make the pass. So you work with him or you work with me. And if 2 of us agree, it doesn't work. You need 3 keys. So I need to have your approval. So this is solves the trust. The founder will consider that. If the transfer happens, it must you two also. So that make you doing business easy. This is just a simple use case of agreement. Now we use it a lot in the blockchain. For example, we have investor who invest us. How can I prevent me use the money without his authorization? It's simple. I have 3 keys. They have each of them have 1 key. I need more than 4 keys to get approval. So this is one example of how they change the business become more efficiency.
Yeah, blockchain looks like crazy, but it's the future, I believe. But how? Yeah, it's
also. And
the one thing is, it could be if you are into the thing too early, before it's mature, before the market is ready, you may get yourself starved. You could die. It's too early adopter.
This is the same something applied to every technology. Like
who
is the first company created the mobile phone? Not Apple, right? Who is the first company created a person?
You run too fast. Like you run into a desert and then you stop.
That's why we almost dead several years ago. We are doing the decentralized cloud computing so early. Whereas there's no market and nothing there, and we were there.
That's why sometimes being cautious is not too bad. Just wait a little bit.
So, what is the most difficult thing? So there were two things you need to do. Is do the right thing. Do things right. And you need to do it at the right time.
Yeah, exactly the decision. Sometimes you make a right
decision.
Just
like you buy the stock, right? Too early or too late.
Yeah, too early.
Both wrong. Buy the house the same, right? You buy it too early or buy it too late. Right? Just like last year, if you're using a fixed rate, it's good. But this year,
right now,
if you're using floating rate last year, and this year they have so much interesting areas.
But do you think like it's like right now the blockchain little bit still need more time to
look, this is a new market, right? It's a new technology.
If you spend too much money like on the thing, but it's like the VR thing, the VR is like it's like 10 years ago. Like everybody was AI. If you invest a lot of money, millions of dollars in AI at that time, I guess a lot of people died already.
Imagine the day of internet, right? The first day we touch internet, we cannot see images, we cannot play bigger games. It's so dumb. It's only like a view text. Right? Can you believe internet? Now 20 years later, can you live without internet? Rogers has a problem last Friday, right?
Yeah, Rogers.
I was fucked up in Toronto.
Yeah, actually, the twice already within a year. The last time they had the issue, the Rogers.
But the problem is I was in Toronto. I feel so lucky. Like my car has a map function. Otherwise, I cannot even drive. I'm using Google Map. Now I have no internet. I can't even drive.
That's crazy.
I was in Toronto. Like I don't know how the road is working. I can't even go outside.
Yeah, without internet, it's kind of without GPS, it's crazy.
No mobile signal, no internet. I don't even know what's happening in my company. I'm totally getting lost. But 20 years ago, when you have this feeling, or 30 years ago, without internet, you lost car? No, you don't.
Yeah, but paper map.
Exactly, just go to office.
Or you plan before, do a research like how to get there.
Exactly. So this is how technology changes your life. And technology is something you don't know is how it works in the future. But if you don't, especially for startups, if you don't tracing the changes, you are going to lose. For example, another one, newspaper. Companies who don't want to go to online still using newspaper. How's it going?
That's
bad.
Yeah,
but it's the first day when we're doing the newspaper. I still remember like online news. I was like, shit, what is that? I want to read the newspaper. What is the online news? Using the Nokia phone, read the news, so painful. Whereas this one becomes the main trend. I don't believe that. But now how many people trust the Metro newspaper? Almost nobody. You always watching phones notifications like, all right, Twitter's everything. That's something. That's why we're saying that we can never say no. Now back to the topic.
Yeah.
If in the beginning we bought some Bitcoin,
why
we don't buy it? Because we don't believe it.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. Like,
but how about?
I hope I believed.
But how about you don't believe it? But you believe innovation should have a place in the future.
Yeah, innovation is always good.
Yeah, so then you put 1% asset, or even 1 out of 1,000 of your asset. There, just imagine that I'm lost.
Even before like the IT club Yanlei gave the introduction presentation of the Bitcoin. My friend playing soccer together with me, like a year before that, he asked me to another guy, 3 guys, try to buy IBM server to do the mining, and I refused. Actually, at that time he was planning big. At that time he was asking like each of us at least give like 20,000 or 10,000 Canadian dollars to buy those.
Too much. It's just a bad Bitcoin. 10,000 just a bad Bitcoin.
That time like the mining was easy, so
you get several Bitcoin per day.
Yeah, I did not go with him, but he went to Toronto. I believe he make a lot of money. He's as smart as you. He's so smart. He was teaching me doing. Yeah.
You know what he project Arion and he left.
I heard that he got a lot of money. He got create the Arion was.
Arion. Arion is a project. I know him.
He played soccer with me. Like,
It was like he was in Toronto doing the project Arion.
He's the CTO of the company, right?
I know that. Yeah.
So right now he's super rich, I guess.
Not really.
Really?
I don't know.
Because we lost contact. Once you are super rich, you cut a contact with people. Cut a connection with your friends.
People think they make a lot of money because you think that he get a Bitcoin and he didn't sell. But actually, that's not the case.
People sell, right?
People sell.
Yeah.
If everybody not sell, Bitcoin won't be so
high. Twice, double the money, double the price. I need to sell.
Exactly. So that's the case, right? What will make you hold it longer? Yeah. You believe it, or you forget it.
Or you forget about it.
Only to guess you get it longer. I'm the person believe it. So I still have the Bitcoin purchased about 4 years ago. And the only reason I don't touch it is because I put it in a hardware wallet and give it to get it back. There's so many companies say I don't want to think about it. Just there. Now the price was going higher and higher, and now I don't even want to sell. So that's the case, you know. Yeah. So so that's why I'm saying, like, for new things, we need to ask ourselves, how about if it's true? That's why next year what we are going to do is we are going to start a incubation project. So we are give money to startups to let them try. So that's the plan for next year.
But do you still, for all these employees, do you have a lot of Chinese employees from Montreal?
We have more than before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you still have I thought you were flying in the sky, flying all the cities. So you still have the connection in Montreal, like the Montreal Chinese IT programmers community?
I don't have the time to doing those kind of things, especially the pandemic. They start people to have a party.
Yeah, I know some people still like the IT guys here. So do you still have a lot of?
I don't have so much time. Maybe once per month is still possible. Yeah. But once per week, it's never happening. And also
because I know 3, you are one of the 3 like Chinese IT guys here. Like you kind of started your own stuff, like the legendary guys, like 3 like brave enough to kind of start their own. It's like taking risks. So the 3 famous guys. You are one of the 3 famous guys I know. Like in Montreal, like the Chinese IT guys. You guys are doing great, I guess. As so far, you guys are doing great. So that's like brave guys.
Oh, the most important thing is like is not you great or not great. It's because like, are you happy with what you're doing now? There are lots of definition about happiness, right? If you're happy with your restaurant, you're happy with your family, happy with your job, and happy with your dream, that's good. you think bad about your business, think bad about what you have done, you need to think about make change. That's really hard, you know. Different people have different goals.
Yeah.
Like
for me, I worry about the business too. You know, it's not easy to change. You know, it's some people there. For me, it's too much risk. I'm not a risk taker. I'm not taking a lot of risks. You know, I
don't like risk as well.
Yeah.
No, so like I don't like risk. I don't like risk, but I like challenges. That's different, you know. Risk and challenge is different.
Yeah.
I don't like risk because I cannot like my business go to zero. But I like challenges because challenges make you become great. Because you challenges take the challenge to make you become better yourself. You take the challenges and you overcome it, and you are better than yesterday. That's good. Risk is something like you need to careful thinking. There's no, if you don't take a risk, you don't have gain. So how to balance the risk and the gain? That's some difficult to everybody. So there's no right answer for that. But the challenge is, it's great. If there's no challenge in life, I think you'll be desperate if you don't have challenge in life. So
yeah, it's great. And I guess like I'm still in like I have still a lot of friends like doing IT here. I probably share this video to them. They will be really happy to see you're doing really well. I guess you know.
Yeah, it's different. You know, like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, if we watch the video back, I still remember the day you created articles like when I was moving to my first home, right?
Yeah.
I still remember the day like. And if you take to like the video when we're talking about it, I still remember the day. One day was so exciting to tell people like, I learned how to use MySQL. Right? I was so happy that I learned finally. But nowadays when I look at that, it's like that's really interesting. Like 10 years ago, you are so happy about you learn MySQL.
Yeah.
Now after 10 years, when I talk to people what you're a nerd, people don't even understand what you're talking about. Nowadays, when I show some demo to them, so I have my managers yesterday, last night, she was reading my speech last year, like during the Ethereum Global.
Okay.
There was a panel section with some blockchain and industry leaders. So we are talking about the blockchain's future storage or something like. She was reading the paper, the speech last year. She said, "What the hell is this guy doing? What the hell is this guy reading?" And this year she joined our company. After 6 months, finally understand what we're doing. What I'm doing. And yesterday he was watching the video again. And said, "Wow, this is really great." Last year I was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" You know, this makes different. And then what makes you feel that you are different now is like when you go to some places, people don't want they're just talking to you or they don't ignore you. But then one day you go to some places, people come here and say, "Hey, and today I want to take a picture with you." Now you find that you are different. You are better than yourself. People think that you are worthy to take pictures, right? That makes a difference. Well, sometimes you don't really realize it, and you know that people think you are a valuable person. That's really different. And what's the value you deliver to them? What the value you give it to society?
Yeah.
Right? So for us, for our industry, what we give them is about just like the conversation we have today. What is blockchain? What's the value of blockchain? What is decentralization? Why we need that?
Yeah, I think for me, I always like a blockchain is like it solves the problem of trust. You have to trust, you know.
We wanted to. So the problem is that people using the attribute or trust to cheat. So just like you have a knife with a chief, they can cook the best cooking for you. But when it goes to a bad person, you use to kill people. So is this the problem of the knife, or is the problem of the people who use the knife? Blockchain is the same. You can use blockchain to solving good things like partnerships, or we think the bank, the SWIFT system transfer code is too slow and expensive. For example, if you transfer money from US or from some places in Asia to Canada, they cost you $45 per transaction. If you're using blockchain, it costs you $2, and it arrives in 5 minutes. So why you don't use it? You use it in legal purpose. You are willing to take the KYC. All your business activity is illegal, and the Canada government accepted it. What's the reason you don't use it? It's just because you think blockchain is evil? It doesn't make sense, right? Why you want to spend $40 instead of $2? Tell me. There's no reason. It's just because you don't want. If you take the idea, $2, 5 minutes, it's on your account. You solve our problem, right? And only the problem you think will be risky is that the money is using for money washing. But it's fine if both parties is regulated. We don't have a problem, right? He's from exchanges or some places have KYC did. You are in exchange have KYC did. His money is clean, your money is clean, and $2 exchange fees with 5 minutes transfer time, and you don't even go to the bank. You know, if you want to transfer $10,000, you cannot do it online even today. Still cannot do it today.
Really?
Yeah, you still cannot do it over $10,000 USD dollars transfer. You can't do it today online. You still need to either get a USB key from the bank to do that, or you just need to go to the bank to write a bank draft, and it takes about half a day for people to get it accepted, and $45. How much time you lose? Think about you are working, get paid about $20 per hour. How much you lost?
I can cut a lot of vegetables.
Right? So you see the value of using blockchain transfer funds? $2 solve everything. But this is only the tiny place of this is very, very tiny. And also about DeFi, right? You don't trust DeFi, right? It's fine. You know, there are lots of blockchain companies bankrupt today. They're all CeFi companies, central finance companies. The DeFi companies still exist. Why? Because they have collateral of assets. When that something happens, the code will automatically sell you asset. You know what's the problem of the borrow money? The people who give you, so when you're doing the money borrowing from the bank, for example, they say your house worth $1 million. Does it really worth $1 million? You don't know, because how about you bribe this person? Your house only $500,000. You give away about $5 million, and you get the money from the bank, and you use the money on the cheating system. Is that possible? It is possible. How to prevent that happens? Because you trust the person, you trust the system. You're not trusting code. But in blockchain is different. If you don't have the Bitcoin collateral here, you cannot get a USDC. But there's only one thing you need.
The code is fair.
You need to take the pre-judges and learn. And this is what we lack in most people. I heard people talk about this thing is bad, but don't try drugs. Just don't try that. You need to believe that. But other than that, new technology, use your mind to check the code, to see how it works, and you use your brain to think about that. Okay, I think.
Yeah, we can finish. You can cheers the last one. Finish this.
Yeah, really nice.
Actually, you are so busy. You're flying everywhere. So really appreciate you spend some time
It's a really
here.
nice dinner, and
and we finish everything. Actually, after that, you can send me your website, and so I put in the description to see more people. Some people maybe they know. Also, I share with the IT friends. They were, I guess they will be so happy to see. See you talking again.
Charles is back.
Yeah, Charles is back, and then at least see you 2 hours we talking. It's it's amazing.
Last time I giving talk is in Toronto. We're doing a Firecoin Toronto.
Okay.
I don't speak with Huan, who is the leading leader of the Firecoin Foundation's $1.5 billion company. So we were talking there. That was really funny.
I guess in the Montreal Chinese IT guys, they will be very, very, very happy to see.
Maybe lots of people already forget who I am.
No, you are the legend. You are the legend in Montreal. You are the legend in Montreal Chinese community. You know, it's amazing. So I put on the WeChat, whatever, and then people will.
Great.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You are the QL in restaurant.
But I like, you know, the restaurant. I like the IT guys. You know, other. They come here to share the experience. You help us. I wanted to grow. Together.
I really want to back to the community. I want to get like I have planned. The problem is too busy.
Yeah, too busy.
Yeah. So next time, or if we still have the chance, do you think it's possible we're doing the once a month here in the future?
Yeah, for sure. Like
yeah.
It would be great.
It would be great. Yeah. And we are pandemic is finished. We're back to work, so we can have a monthly, or if we cannot make it monthly, I can do it bi-monthly. Things like let people gather again to do something great. You know,
to share the experience, to help them. You know, sometimes they probably get some ideas. They say, "Oh, I need to try this or try that." You know, it's like
I can like
your experience,
but I cannot teach. Yeah, but I cannot teach them how to coding.
Yeah, you're inspiring, you know. Some people they may find like you are too risky, you are too ambitious, but I think it's great, you know. Whatever works, and everybody has their own.
I want to give people, you know, what I want to give.
High energy. You have high energy guy.
Yeah, I want to give them courage.
Yeah.
Courage. The people so you know that we're getting old. You know, we're getting old. So what's the biggest?
You're not 40 yet, right? You are not 40 yet. Almost
37 years old. So what was bothering us is we forget the dream we had, because we are middle ages, we have kids, we have wife, family to get care, like we're getting used to the daily life. So we forget our dream, and we are afraid to make changes. I'm not asking them to make changes, otherwise their wives won't be happy.
I'm afraid 100%. I'm afraid to change. All the changes happened to me. I was forced. It's not me initiated the change. I was forced. Change happened to me. Like I was laid off. I chose my wife did not want to. We had the first. My daughter, she's almost 9. So when my wife got when she got pregnant, like she did not want to go back to her office job. So then we had the IT, the little restaurant. So I managed it on after I finished the IT job. So now I'm full time. So I was forced. It's like step by step.
You see,
I'm forced.
If you don't want the changes, you still need to be changed.
Yeah.
Then why we don't make one step before the changes?
For me, it's easy. For me, I adapt. You know, if whatever happens to me, passive. I'm very passive, 100% passive. Even everything, for me, it's like I try my best, but I'm passive. I try my best.
That's also
I don't want to fail too much. Like the restaurant business, it's really hard for me. Like right now, I need to do cooking as well.
You're a good cooker.
Give me 2 years or 3 years, probably I'm a good cooker. I cook well, probably. I already practiced 2 years, more than 2 years already. I never cooked before. I never touched the wok before. But in the pandemic, I had to do some basic General Chicken to flip the wok. I'm good at that now. 2 years of practice.
That's me. Like I don't like coding, and I'm now the best programmer in the company because I coding every pieces. I need to code because otherwise, if I tell them like it's going to work, nobody trusts me. That. What you say?
You don't know nothing, right?
You can you up, right? You do it.
You can you up.
Yeah, you can you up. Okay. Well, I have no choice. The best way to convince the developer is show them it's working, and then you do it based on what I'm doing.
Good.
You know what's a very very interesting part of the blockchain companies? Most 9 out of the 10 most the famous blockchains, their CEOs is also CTO. Because if you don't know coding, you cannot control those people. They don't believe it. It's like bullshit.
You don't have the respect from the people working for you.
You think it's easy, you do it.
Yeah.
You do it. Now you become CTO.
So I will be the CTO of the cooking as well.
Exactly. So You know,
I need to see
I spent several years trying to find the CTO.
Yeah.
Now I give up. Even my email cabinet, Charles, you don't need to find a CTO. You are the CTO.
That could be my way of that could be the new idea for my business.
Exactly. So you know, sometimes you want to find a good chef. At the end, you are the one.
I need to watch YouTube video to see how to cook.
Because you have some advantage other people don't have, you know. Because you are the person manage business. You know what is the best food your customer want, and you have the feedback from them directly. They said this dish is too salty, too sweet. Then you can make changes immediately. But if you tell your cookers like some customer says it's too sweet, he will ask you, who is the customer? Who says that? Let me talk to him. You can't let him talk to him. Like, he come here. You say it's so sweet? Show me. That won't work, right? That's why you become best cook, because you respect the customer. You know what is the root cause. Like, it's just that it's too sweet. Okay, after he left, you take a piece and you taste it. He thinks this is sweet, and you see the next customer and taste again. He says this is sweet. You can do the tiny adjustment, and you fit your customer. But with a cooker, where he put 100% energy into that, in most cases, for him it's a job. This is not a business.
They don't care too much.
They don't care much. So if you talk tomorrow, it's like you can up. You say it's too sweet.
You cook.
Here is sugar. You put it. Okay. If you talk too much, fine. I'm quick. The restaurant next door, they are hiring a new cook. I'm going there. Okay. Next month, next week, you're the one. Tomorrow, you made the cook. Right? You want a little less? You can even put no sugar.
You know the business.
This is how my programmer pisses me off. You know, so programmer can piss me off like this, and I'm sure your cooker will piss you off as this as well, right?
Not easy job. Not easy job to manage a business.
You understand? We do everything our customer wants. This is how the business works, right? We're not doing the business to let we ourselves happy. We need to make the customer happy. They happy, we happy. They depressed, we sucks, right?
That's a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom.
That is something we learn from failures.
Talking to you probably will turn the business around. We will be a successful restaurant. Will be a good restaurant.
You will be like you know what's the biggest secret of one of the biggest secret of success is others dies, others dead, you survive, and you success. It's so simple, right? You know, with Clark and me, we are not the only project. We are not the first project. The problem is that they all dead. We're still there. We are becoming the bigger one. They all dead, right? There was some long-term project claim that they can do something, and they came up. We didn't. So when the company finds out who is the best provider in the market, we are. Because others dead. You don't need to do much, honestly. Just survive. It's good enough.
Yeah, for sure. Great. Actually, today is the 32nd episode. We have 32nd episode of this.
32nd.
Yeah, 32nd. So hope we can do some later on.
Great.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Great.